and introducing Xi, the spider trickster, a character that intertwines shrewdness with bravery and sagacity, traversing tales as intricate as a spider's web. Who is a legend? And what is it that has enchanted the hearts and minds of people worldwide for ages? How has this sly persona managed to weave through the fabric of time, continually reshaping his narratives to mirror the cultures and trials of each epoch? He delves into the enigmas of mythology, a figure of cultural significance in West Africa. Among the Akan people of Ghana, Anansi transcends his arachnid form to become a pivotal figure in a narrative rich with universal themes of resourcefulness and tenacity, stemming from the Akan term. Anansi, meaning spider, acts as a conduit between the divine and mortal realms, exhibiting traits that echo human aspirations and apprehensions. His origins are deeply intertwined with both celestial and terrestrial elements. He is the progeny of Niam, the sky deity, who presides over the Akan pantheon, bestowing upon Anansi not only extraordinary powers, but also a keen intellect that enables him to manipulate the laws of nature and the divine for his own gain. His remarkable blend of attributes enables him to skillfully navigate the intricacies of the many realms. He often meddles, altering the course of nature and divine decrees for his own purposes. Yet Anansi is not a solitary figure of divine stature. He frequently appears in stories as a familiar presence among the populace, interacting and coexisting with them, sometimes depicted as a spider with a human face, or as a man with spider-like features such as 8 limbs. He is a master of transformation, effortlessly crossing boundaries, his shape-shifting ability underscoring his role as a mediator among various realms, whether human, natural, or divine. At his core, Anansi epitomizes the trickster archetype, a figure prevalent in global mythologies, who disrupts the conventional order and overturns the established powers of gods and humans alike through his intelligence and accomplishments, feats that brute strength and authority cannot achieve. He confronts despots, subverts the greedy, and outsmarts the mighty. Yet, his actions are not always righteous. His adventures often reveal moral ambiguities, reflecting the complexities of human decisions and their consequences. The stories of Anansi celebrate the triumph of wit over brawn, cleverness over raw power. They demonstrate that problems can be tackled in multiple ways, and that innovative thinking beyond the usual confines, or web, in an Anansi scenario, can reveal solutions to the most daunting challenges. Anansi's legendary exploits are filled with his crafty wit, marking him as a hero who consistently shifts fortunes in his favor through sheer intellect. Among the many tales that recount his adventures, certain stories stand out for their ingenuity and the profound moral lessons they impart. One of Anansi's most famous tales revolves around his quest to claim ownership of all stories in the world, which Niam, the sky god, originally held. The people of Earth were bored, unaware of their rich heritage and the tales of old. But one being was determined to change this sorry state. And so, the cunning shape-shifting spider took it upon himself to retrieve the stories. He wove a web that pierced the skies, reaching the heavens and ascending. This celestial ladder led him to the throne of Niam, the sky god. There, at the feet of the deity, Anansi, with a voice as powerful as thunder, declared that he had arrived to aim the stories of the world. Peering down from his golden throne, Niam burst into laughter at the audacious demand, intrigued by Anansi's bold proposition. Niam posed a seemingly insurmountable challenge: capture 4 formidable beings, Onye, the python, Osebo, the leopard, and the Maboro hornets, and the elusive fairy Moesha. The first challenge involved Onye, the python, renowned for his massive length. Anansi craftily instigated a debate with his wife near Onye, questioning whether the python was longer than a bamboo pole. Curious, Onye agreed to measure himself against the pole, allowing Anansi to swiftly bind him to it and secure his capture with surprising ease. Turning to the Marlboro hornets. Anansi simulated a rainstorm by dousing himself in the hornet's nest with water, persuading the hornets to seek refuge in an empty gourd. Once they swarmed inside, Anansi sealed the gourd cleverly, trapping them. For the third task, Anansi needed to ensnare the fierce Osebo, the leopard. He cunningly prepared a deep pitfall in the jungle, camouflaged with foliage, where Osebo unwittingly fell, offering a web threat as a lifeline. Anansi then snared the climbing leopard with his webs, subduing the formidable predator. The final and most arduous challenge was capturing the invisible Moesha. Anansi crafted a sticky sap bucket and set a bowl of mashed yams, Moesha's favorite, before it. When Moesha approached and struck the unresponsive doll, she found herself stuck, allowing Anansi to capture her effortlessly. Having fulfilled all of Niam's challenges, Anansi presented these formidable foes, earning Niam's admiration and the right to claim the old stories, which were henceforth known as unseen stories. Another narrative highlighting Anansi's shrewdness involve him pitting a lion against a tiger, both symbols of authority in the animal kingdom. Anansi ingeniously sowed distrust between the two, leading to their mutual downfall, showcasing how his strategic acumen could manipulate situations to his benefit. Through these tales, Anansi illustrates that often the seemingly smallest and least powerful among us can achieve the most extraordinary feats through wisdom and clever tactics. Anansi's stories go beyond mere entertainment. They are steeped in deep cultural significance, acting as conduits for imparting values, wisdom, and historical awareness across generations. Intricate to the figure of the spider plays a pivotal role as a tracing subversive insights, surmounting established hierarchies, and introducing alternative perspectives on justice, power, and societal norms within the rich cultural fabric of West Africa. Anansi stands as more than a mere character. He embodies resistance and resilience. Historically, his tales have given a voice to the marginalized and powerless, presenting strategies for navigating a world controlled by more formidable forces. This dimension of Anansi's mythology gains profound resonance when considering the historical backdrop of these stories and their voyage across the Atlantic during the transatlantic slave trade. Anansi emerged as a symbol of survival and defiance among enslaved Africans in the Caribbean and North America. His knack for outwitting more powerful adversaries deeply resonated within enslaved individuals who viewed Anansi as a beacon of hope and a triumph of intellect over physical might. His stories circulated around firesides and within slave quarters, morphing into a subtle rebellion against oppression and a means to preserve cultural heritage amidst harsh conditions. Additionally, Anansi's ability to switch between human and spider forms reflects the way people of African descent have adapted to different cultures around the world after being forced to leave their original homelands. He adapts and flourishes in various environments, similar to people of African descent who have moved around the world and influenced different cultures while keeping their unique identity. So Anansi's tales symbolically represent the experiences of moving, adjusting, and ongoing strength. Anansi also serves as a medium for moral and ethical teaching. His adventures typically culminate with a lesson highlighting the virtues of ingenuity, fairness, and fortitude. Yet these narratives also confront human frailties, like greed, vanity, and the thirst for power, urging listeners to introspect about their decisions and actions. Anansi's influence has transcended the oral traditions of West Africa and the Caribbean to become a dynamic presence in contemporary culture. He is continually adapted and reinterpreted across various forms of media, showcasing his timeless allure and the versatile nature of this trickster spider in literature. Anansi is reinvented in novels and children's books, where his cleverness and cunning are employed to address modern challenges and resonate with a global audience. These adaptations often explore themes of innovation and survival. A notable example is Neil Gaiman's American Gods, where Anansi appears as Mr. Nancy, a trickster god who navigates the intricacies of existence alongside other deities. In America, this representation introduces Anansi to a broader audience, highlighting his adaptability and ongoing relevance in animation and film. Anansi comes to life, bringing African folklore to vivid depiction. For both children and adults. Across all these mediums, Anansi remains a compelling symbol of resilience and the enduring power of narrative. His capacity to adapt and flourish in varied contexts, from mythic folklore to modern multimedia, highlights his significance as a cultural icon. Anansi's stories have journeyed through time and across continents, molding themselves to the requirements and perspectives of diverse audiences through intellect, wisdom, and tenacity. Anansi teaches us that even the seemingly insignificant can wield immense influence.